Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Mob Psycho 100 season 3 episode number 6 and 7 reaction. Two episodes. I'm going to catch up with the normal upload. I was lagging by 1 week, so there you go. So episode number 6 I'll react to, then episode 7 all in the same video. So yeah, all right. The previous episode number 5, we see Dimple and Mob have a confrontation, and one thing we could realize as that why is Dimple doing this, because he thinks that he knows Mob's limits, and he knows that Mob's powers is not completely like inexhaustible. It does get kind of exhausted by the end. So he thinks the battle with the claws, like the claws leader, he thinks that he actually can fathom how much is Mob's limit, and that's why he's actually trying to tire him out by sucking out all the like energy, by using all the people as as like a medium. And Dimple has gotten way stronger than Mob, he thinks, and that's why Dimple is like, yeah, I will be able to defeat Mob. But I'm not quite sure about it because Mob still hasn't hit 100. In today's episode, he will hit 100, I think, because in the previous episode, in the end, that last bit of stimuli of his emotions, he reached 100. So this episode we'll probably get to see the actual battle, because previous episode we were just seeing Mob battle Dimple without going to 100. So today will be the true battle. Let's see what happens, and yeah, let's see how, and I'm not sure what's going to happen to Dimple. Like he's like his own world now. He's like, yeah, I'm going to I'm going to be the leader of this place, this world, stuff like that. He's saying he wanted Mob to be in this as well, but Mob doesn't want any of this. So yeah, let's begin. This is episode number 6. Let us start. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. I knew it because of that dress. Dimple saying that it's lame was a last straw. I'm fine, thanks. He realizes that everyone, oh my god. Yeah. Well, here we go, 100%. No. Oh no. Oh, the music is changing. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Dimple is divine dimple divine tree 3. Yep. Yeah. Oh my god. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? Okay. What's that about? You reached 100%. So what happened there? Oliver. Yeah. What's going on? Wait, what the? Really? What? Did, what happened? Did he like whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bruh. Wait, that's the emotion that he's having now? Oh, because he gave him the honest opinion. I was like, why does he? Oh Lord, that's what triggered the 100%. That's yeah. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come here to talk to you. He trusts you. He just got carried away. Oh yeah, true. He knows. Yeah. No, he did kind of. Half-assed attempt. Like I said, he did not like that because he came here to talk to him, but he just shoved him away. There you go. I said that on that episode. That he still came to him to talk about it. That's what, but Shigo didn't even listen to it. Hmm. Like he didn't need to come and tell him. Like he could have just did it on his own, but he still decided to come and tell mom. I don't think you could get goosebumps. You're a spirit. Hmm. Yeah, then what? You won't have any fun. You'll just laze around as a god. Yeah, like I said. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he was afraid about. That's why he went berserk. Yeah. At this point, I don't think you have any ambitions, any more ambitions. Like, what does he want to do? He became the god or whatever he wanted. Now what? Oh. Everything's glowing. Okay. Well, oh god, stop. Well, oh boy, I feel like something's going to happen here. Why is everything. Oh. Get the feeling that how is everything getting so quickly resolved? Like, I feel like there's still something left to happen. Oh, yeah. A week. Well, no one can see him. I think. Oh, no, no, he. Well, why don't eat it? Just eat it. It probably could. Like, feed this to everyone. I don't know. Like, it can probably. Oh, yeah, that's true. No one's going to eat this. Like, they're. Yeah. Something's wrong here. I feel like his power senses went away. Is that why he's this weak or something? What the hell? Oh, no, 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 no. This became an autonomous entity. Because, oh lord, yeah, like the fact is, this broccoli actually absorbed all the energy. So it can probably gain like an autonomous personality or something. Yeah, I said like I. Oh my god. So this thing has a personality now. So, yeah, he's sucking out his energy. My god, looks like a zombie. Oh god. He no, his energy is being sucked in by, that's why he's okay. Oh, still cannot move properly. He's learning how to move. Oh god. Whoa. Oh boy. Well. No, these things can probably like grow back. It's like a plant, you know? Damn. Oh, it's emulating his moves. Oh my god. Now it can probably make a barrier. It's oh god. Oh, he's also sucking. Okay. What about the followers? I guess the followers will be loyal to these psycho helmet, like not Dimple anymore. Damn. Yes, too many of them. Even though they're broccoli. Yeah. Yeah, more will just come. Like there's no end to this. Oh, oh my god, that's huge. That's a huge broccoli. Wow. No use. It's going to grow back again. Oh my god. Wow, the animation is as. Oh, that's colorful. My god. Hey, what about the people? What are they? Are they like looking at all of this from down? God, that's too many. No end to this. Oh God, I feel like he's probably at his last. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Oh no, he's not back. He's kind of seeing him like that. Brainwashed him. Yeah. I knew it was something like that. That's why he brainwashed him. Ugh. Only one hand. And he's not able to perceive any of this because he's brainwashed. Oh my god, this is troublesome. Oh. Oh. They're all just waiting. Oh god. What will happen to the broccoli? Oh, Dimple's doing it, probably. He's using his plan to put it in the water, in the ocean. Did he like forget about Dimple as well? Oh god, he even forgot about Dimple. Yeah. Oh wait, oh yeah, he does remember, but Mob doesn't remember, I think. Yeah. Or does he? Yeah. That's it. Wait, so oh god. So yeah, that was this episode. This is episode number 6. So yeah, like I knew like some way or the other Dimple is going to, like come back in a way that it would either be he will himself understand, or like Mob would beat him up and then he would understand. Either way, I knew, like I knew that he was some way or the other going to come back, you know. But like then obviously that does happen. However, something else happens along with that as well. So that was, I was not expecting that though. I thought it would be something like, oh, Dimple will be like the final boss, he's going to defeat him, or like convince him, either of it, and then he'll be like, all right, fine, and he'll come back, and that's how this is going to end, I thought. But I was not expecting the, like Dimple to understand this quickly. And obviously, since he understood this quickly, it would mean there would be another antagonist after this. Like I was wondering, I was like, okay, Dimple got convinced this quickly, so there must be some kind of a thing that's going to happen after this, like something, some kind of a conflict that they'll have to resolve. So there you go. That's, we saw that here. I was not expecting that though. Okay, so from the beginning, this episode, we get to see, like, this is so interesting that it's true. Like he, like this is the thing with Mob. His emotions expand up until 100, but the thing that finally triggers his emotion to 100% is the one that gets carried on after that 100%. For example, I think in season 1 there was that part with Teru where he, yeah, he triggered 100% and felt sadness. That's why, due to his immense power and hitting 100%, and the emotion, the main emotion being sadness, everything got restored back. Like it's like a special ability, like his abilities depend upon the emotion that he feels. So this here, the triggering factor being what did he call that? Honesty, I think. Yeah, the triggering, no, or what, forgiveness or something like that. Wait a minute, just a sec. What does he say in the end, that uh you did not accept me? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Yeah, honesty. You give me your honest opinion about this shirt. No, trust. Sorry, not honest. What am I saying? Trust. Yeah, that's the emotion that I was trying to find. So yeah, trust. That's the emotion that triggered his 100%. That is why he, his, the nature of his power was that it just flew off. His power just came out and, like, became like a tree and kind of dispersed. Like, because it is trust, he was able to trust in Dimple and act like that, and that's how it kind of manifested itself. So it depends. If he's angry and anger is the emotion that triggers it, he'll probably gain some, like that did happen before. He'll gain destructive power because he was sad or sorrowful in season 1 with the whole Teru situation. His power took a form of restoration. He restored the whole school and everything. And here it was trust. That's why he was able to trust Dimple enough to give away his power and actually talk with Dimple properly. Because like he said, like, and I don't think I can talk with you if I have my powers. Because if he had his powers, Dimple is going to attack him. So because he didn't have his power and he was able to trust him to actually, like, kind of let his power go for a moment, he was able to talk with Dimple. So that's what actually happened. And it's kind of interesting to see, because what triggered this whole thing is basically the shirt. They do buying him that shirt, and kind of, I'm pretty sure he played a joke on him. He was like, ah, this looks really good on you, Mob. And then not only that, everyone tried to kind of like, like kind of say and kind of make him feel better and say something like, oh, it looks fine. For example, Ritsu was like, you're going to wear this, and he was like, and then when Mob said that, okay, I'm going to give it to you if you want to wear it, he was like, no thanks, I don't think I need to borrow it, it's okay. That then later on, Reagan, even at first Reagan was like, what the hell is this? And then when he realized that Mob thinks it's good, looks good on him, he was like, okay, like, like, all right, you do you, like, I'm pretty sure it looks good. Again, he did not give his honest opinion, but Dimple was the only one who actually gave him the honest opinion from the beginning. And like, he was like all the time he gave him the honor. And now that I'm thinking about it, it is true. Like, not only this shirt, like everything, I feel like Dimple always gave Mob his honest opinion, did not try to kind of sugarcoat things, never. So he would just say it, like, like there's no sugarcoating or anything. Reagan sugarcoats a few things. I've seen even in season, I think, what was it, the previous season, the whole battle with Claw, when like, Mob was like, oh, I'm going to, like, like what was that, like, there was one scene I remember where Reagan kind of sugarcoats thing and tries to make Mob feel better without telling the actual truth, while obviously because he is concerned about him. But like, Dimple never does that. Dimple is always just straightforward, always just tells the actual thing. He even told, like, about Tsubomi, that his honest opinion about Tsubomi, he told him. He did not sugarcoat and be like, oh, like, go for it, you can probably do it. He just gave him his direct honest opinion. He was like, I don't think you're going to get her, like, she and you are completely different, and I, like, she's never going to look at you if you think that you can change your physique and everything and she'll come talk to you. That's never going to happen, so that was his honest opinion. That's he just gave it to him all the time. And this time as well, he was like, what the hell is that shirt, that's lame, like, what happened to you? And since that moment, like this is another thing I feel like which kind of triggered the trust. It's like Mob himself kind of got the feeling that people are lying to me. Like, how does he think that Dimple gave him the honest opinion? It must be that Mob was feeling something weird. He must have been feeling that, oh wait, I think this shirt, it looks good on me, and if my friends are also saying that it looks good on me, but people are looking weird at me, what the hell is going on? I'm thinking this might be some kind of a feeling that he got, and there was a part of him that was thinking maybe my friends are just sugarcoating things and not being honest with me. So since he had that emotion within him, he was feeling that, when Dimple gave him the truth, he was like, okay, there you go. Yeah, I was correct. My feeling was correct. Dimple is right. He gave me the honest opinion while all my other friends tried to make me feel nice about it. Like, which is not good. Sorry, which is not bad. Sorry. Like, which is not bad at all. Like, I don't, like, blame his friends or any other else. They tried to cheer Mob up in their own way. But Dimple is like this. Dimple gave him the honest opinion. So which Mob appreciated, at least in this moment. And there you go. That's what triggered this whole thing. And if Mob did not feel wrong or weird about the situation, if he did not realize that, yes, something must be wrong with this dress, he probably would not, like, get this feeling, this trust for Dimple. Because he felt something was wrong, when Dimple told him the truth, he realized that. Like, he himself needed to understand it, and he realized it. Dimple just became the trigger to it. So that is the reason why he got the trust, and he was like, yeah, trust was the emotion that triggered his 100%. And like, we've seen that, like, Dimple, like, is just wants to talk to Mob, and since Mob has the powers, he was fighting with him. So Mob realized that if I needed to talk to Dimple properly without fighting, I need to give away my powers for a moment. And he just left it, like, his power went out, and he became empty completely, and Dimple realized it. And that's why we see, even though Dimple tried to threaten him, he did not hurt him after that, because he knew that Mob doesn't have the power. And Mob guessed correctly. Mob realized that, yeah, if I have my power, I won't be able to talk to him, so let me just give away my power. And because he trusted Dimple, he had 100% trust, he was able to do that. and he tells Dimple about that whole thing, about how I trust you. And now here we can also kind of see that Dimple is also having second thoughts about the whole situation. He thinks about his own goal, and like I said this in the previous episode as well, that Dimple just wanted to share this with Mob, and Mob and that moment being kind of got carried away. That's why when Dimple came excitedly, and Dimple was like, Mob, this, you see this broccoli, I have big plans for this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we'll become like this leaders and all. He tried to he honestly tried to kind of share the whole thing, whenever it's like a thing that happens with friends and everyone, for example, your friend probably found something new out, and it's a very exciting news or some kind of a thing, and they come excitedly to you because you're that person's best friend or something, and come excitedly to you, and they're like, oh, look at this dude, and I found this out, and let's do this, it'll be so cool. And they kind of explain the whole thing. It's kind of like that. Your friend found something new and he's so excited he came to you to share it with you. That was the thing. And I even said in the previous episode that Dimple just came and tried to share the thing with Mob. He could have just done this whole thing on his own. He did not. He came and tried to share it with Mob, but Mob just brushed him away like that, which is something that kind of rubbed me wrong in that episode. I was like, okay, Dimple just came here to talk to you about this, and you were just like, oh, give away your, what did Mob say? Something like lay off it or something like that, stop trying to gain power or something like that, he said. He just dismissed him, and that made Dimple feel bad, and that's why Dimple was like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to do everything on my own. And this happened. So Mob realizes that he got carried away. And so Dimple here is also doing the same thing now. He's also getting carried away, and it's fine to do that. But now we can see that Mob has realized his own mistake. That's why he's saying I'm sorry, Dimple, I shouldn't have done that. And yeah, now from Dimple's point of perspective, we can also see that Dimple is also understanding the situation little by little. He also talks about how he also felt it weird that why did he suddenly do all of this. Now there's another thing I talked about in the previous episode, is the sense of purpose. Like I said, this happens whenever an enemy becomes one of your allies. Usually what happens is your enemy has a sense of purpose, and when they get defeated and you recruit him in your ally, the enemy is like, okay, for now I'm cooperating with you temporarily, but in the future when I get my chance, I'm going to grab it and I'm going to get you. That's the usual sense of mentality they have when they become your ally. Dimple was the same. Dimple was like, yeah, I'll lay low for now, I'll act as if I'm your friend, later on when I get the chance, I'll get you. But what happens as they start interacting with them and becomes their ally is they little by little change for the better, and they start cooperating with them, genuinely helping them out, it becomes like friends. But then a time comes when they suddenly realize that what the hell am I doing? This was not my goal. And that's when the rebel phase comes, when they start rebelling. They realize my sense of purpose was not this. Why the hell am I doing this then? Why am I playing friends with this person when I'm supposed to get his power or something? Similar thing happened to Dimple. Dimple got the realization that this was not my purpose. Now then, like I said, they start rebelling because they think they're going to lose their sense of purpose. Sense of purpose being the thing which makes someone move, makes someone go forward. If someone loses their sense of purpose, that's devastating. So they start fearing about the fact that my sense of purpose was this, but now I'm becoming friends with them, so I'm losing that. So they start rebelling. This happens. Similar thing that happened to Dimple in this episode. Not this episode, but which has been happening for a few episodes. He started rebelling because he thought he was going to lose his sense of purpose, and he thought he won't be able to be that same person anymore. So he starts rebelling now, and now obviously what usually happens by the end is some way or the other the main character somehow defeats them and makes them come back again, or they die. Now I was thinking which was going to happen. He was able to bring Dimple back. Unfortunately, he did have to kind of sacrifice himself by the end of it for Mob's good, for everyone's good. So yeah, and we can, like I said, like, and we can see Dimple's point of perspective here as well. We see that, and we see how Dimple realizes, like, yeah, like I just wanted someone to be my companion, to be my friend, to share everything with them, and that's what started happening. That's why I became too comfortable with Mob. And then when Mob suddenly brushed me away, I realized that, yeah, like I'm losing my sense of purpose. So that happened. Like this was just basically like a, like, what do you call it, an identity crisis or something like that kind of a situation Dimple had, and he did not know what to do with himself, not the situation. So he started just going a little bit crazy, and that's what happened. And he became too overconfident. He started showing off. And, like, we can see that even though he did all of that, still he let Mob come to him, still he let Mob talk to him. And, like, he could have just brushed Mob away and be like, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to listen to you, and just attack him directly. But he did not do anything like that. He, as soon as Mom came him, he was like, he told his followers that, oh, like, leave him be, let him come and let him talk to me. And he did all of that because he still wanted, like, like that friend, that one friend, which he himself didn't realize. He unconsciously, subconsciously, he asked Mob to come and decided to talk to him. And yeah, like that's, and Dimple realizes all of that here, and he realizes that I just wanted a friend. And after realization, like everything kind of goes well after realization. After someone realizes their mistake and realizes what they're struggling with, everything becomes pretty fine. Like everything starts mending itself little by little, and situation comes under control. And the similar thing happens here as well, but I was wondering, like, everything is getting resolved this easily and this quickly, so what is the trick here? Something must happen after this. What's going to happen? For a moment I thought maybe Mob is going to lose his power forever or something. Maybe that's what's going to happen, or something else. But then I realized, as soon as like the, like, he takes his, like, carrying Mob and bringing him out, we see the Psycho Helmet Broccoli thing there. I was like, oh god, because of the power of the wishes and everything, this Broccoli has gained a consciousness of its own, and it's not going to let Mob get away because it thinks the Mob is the sustenance of this thing. So obviously Dimple cannot let that happen. Dimple decides to keep Mob safe in the barrier, and like, an amazing fight scene happens here. Like, that was really well animated, really good done, well done. And that was amazing. They're like full of color, and we see Dimple trying to defeat the, like, clones of the Broccoli, defeating them, and them just coming back again. Like, it's a goddamn broccoli. It can just grow up, it can grow more of itself. So using the power of the wishes, that's what's happening. So in the end, we see Dimple is in very big trouble, and he realizes that, no, I have to do something. So he decides to go and kind of wakes Mob up. He's like, Mob, like, like, you should go home, I'll help you out. And he's like, kind of brainwashes Mob a little bit, because he did not want Mob to see his condition. His hand are gone, his, like, so he brainwashes Mob to let him see that he's just a small green blob of fire. That's what Mob was saying. And Mob was like, oh, we should go. And he was like, yeah, like, you go ahead. And he also talks about how, like, Mob is really, like, like, as a person, he's really one of the best, because Dimple realizes the amount of power Mob has is what he's experiencing now, and the amount of responsibility, the amount of power and everything, he has been able to withstand all of that up until now and live a normal life. That's why he's like, you are truly something. Because this is true, like, if someone had the amount of power that Mob had, they would, one way or the other, get drunk on that power, and Dimple realizes that himself. He realizes that having this amount of power is actually dangerous, because that person might start going and walking the wrong path. Mob never did that. Mob stayed true to himself up until now, which is a huge feat. Having power means having responsibility, and not many people are able to do that. Mob was the only person who was able to do that. Having this amount of power, he stayed true to himself. He never harmed any others. He never even used the supernatural abilities to make himself better. like he could have easily used his psychic abilities to, I don't know, like gain more strength, but he started doing physical exercise. He wanted to improve himself, like all these things, like it's impressive that even with having so much power, he was still able to stay true to himself. And Dimple is like, I respect that. That's really good. You're a real man. You're going to become big. And yeah, and then he waves him goodbye. Like a mob goes away, and yeah, he comes out and he's like to everyone, he's like, let's go home. And then in the news later on, we get to see the broccoli is flying, and we get to see that Dimple, as he got to know from Mob, that what Mob plans in doing is taking the broccoli and dunking it into the sea. He's probably going to do that, but that's it. That's the end of Dimple, and he sacrificed himself for Mob and everyone. And we see Mob goes to, like, he says, I'm brainwashed, I don't remember anything that happened, but he does remember Dimple. And he was like, yeah, I don't remember anything that happened, but I do remember you, Dimple. I'll never forget you. And he does realize that Dimple must have done something to make the situation okay. So yeah, that was a sad episode. My God, I was not expecting. I don't know what's going to happen if Dimple is going to come, because we've seen Dimple die, kind of like, die multiple times before, but he somewhere or the other comes back. So wishful thinking, maybe he'll come back, maybe not. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's see. Okay, this is the next episode, the episode number 7. Let us begin. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever user preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Entrance exam. Oh, she thinks that the whole telepathic club. Yeah, and Mob, she won't be able to. Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Well, they don't. Oh, they all just hung around, just ate potato chips. Yeah. What else did you do? You did nothing. That's all you did. What memories are you talking about? She's realizing that now. She's realizing that what a what a dull life I've had in my school. Yeah. Oh my God, he's like, you serious? Which is true. I think they just wanted to have just lays around. Well, yes. Oh God. Yeah. What is going on? Yeah. Oh no. Disbanding. Well, what else do you expect? Well, yeah, obviously. She always talked about telepathy. What else do you think? Oh God. That's from the sky. Explaining UFO. Hmm. Hmm. Transmission 1 winter break. It's a new arc. There you go. Yes. Oh, is it the club members? The whole thing with Dimple? Yeah. It's them, aren't they? Yeah. Oh. It can? Uh, wow. They their eyes have opened. They probably read those books. And that. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, he cannot use telepathy. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, these two can. Yeah, they can also telepathy between them. Yeah, they can't do. Hmm. Oh, okay. There's some noise. Ah, that's how they're going to detect them. Summon them. Yeah, makes sense. True. Yeah. Well, he's an Esper, so. Hmm. 3 kilometers. That's quite large. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Hmm. Oh. Oh, that's okay. 1.5 kilometers. Yeah. It looks like 5 kilometers or something. Let's see how much he can do. Hmm. Okay. Amplify it. How much? How much more will it go? Let's see. All right. Let's see how. Oh, it's quite a lot. Wow. Oh no no no! I feel like you should stop. Yeah. Oh my god. They're also getting it, even though they are not espers. Hello? Are you? Who the hell? Is it this guy an Esper? Oh, wait. Oh, wait, so is it telepath? Oh god. Here we go. Alright, let's show them a little bit of telekinesis. Come on, let's show them. Show him, sorry. I think he is a telepath. He is. Oh no. Shut up, dude. Go do your thing. Oh god. He's one of those. He's like, oh, I'm embarrassed of other people. That's why I don't. That type of a thing. Yeah. He is a telepath, I think. He's the real deal. He probably hides it because he thinks everyone's going to bully him or something. Oh, he's increasing it. Yep, he is a telepath. Oh, they're also getting it. Reagan. Hmm. Yeah, I guess. Hmm. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, well, hmm, that helped him out. Wow. Ah! Oh no, he can listen to it. Oh, how can he do that? He can do that now. Oh, yeah, wait, that works? Then how? Oh, since it was intensity was huge. He is a telepathist. Oh, he wants someone else. Okay. Hmm. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise why would he join this? They were all just lazing around. Yeah. And that's why he just left. He's like, dude, what the hell? Yeah, he does know. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Did no what? Talk to the aliens. Oh Lord. Oh, here we go. Doing a special massage. Exorcism massage. Oh wow. Oh, just open a massage parlor. Like, stop at this point. Hmm. Probably studying for his. Yeah. He needs to do his homework. Well, Reagan doesn't have any friends, so unfortunate. No, probably the whole telepathy thing. Yeah, well, you don't have anything else to do, so just. He's happy. He's like, finally, I have something to do. Oh God. Well, yeah. This defeats the whole purpose then. Will she? Oh wow. Hmm. New Year's Eve. Here we go. Weren't you? Yeah. Oh my God. Is he late? Yeah, he's late. Hopefully, yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. You know what? I guess Yeah, I doubt that. He doesn't know, yeah. Wait. wh- Oh god. Yeah, Reagan is late, so. And what about him? That guy. Oh no, not Reagan, that guy. Takeyama, what was his name? Forgot. No. Oh, there he is. Takenaka, that's his name. Reagan also overslept. He'll probably just not believe him. No, no, it's fine. Reagan himself is there. He's like, you guys. Oh god. What's happening? Oh no. He is. It doesn't. Hmm. Mount Mudboat. Okay, that's it. Okay, so this is like a new little story we're starting, and it's going to like follow Tomei and everyone else. Okay, that's it. So, this episode, we begin a new arc, and here we get to realize, not we, but Tomei gets to realize that they have basically done nothing and they're just going to graduate very soon. And like obviously this whole club in itself was like just a like a collection of people who just wanted to laze around. Like Tomei was the only one who's serious about it, and she also kind of got distracted about the whole like telepathy thing, and she also kind of lazed around. So now that she's understanding, she's like, wait a minute, we just spend our life in this club doing nothing. And like the fact like like no one else thought and even realized that Tomei is actually serious about it is it's kind of what can I say, sad, because it kind of makes us realize that like everyone thought that oh, Tomei is probably just saying that she wants to like find it, find telepathics, because she just wants a convenient excuse to laze around. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone thought that. That's why they were very surprised here. They were like, wait, really, you were serious about the whole telepathy thing? And Tuma's like, what the hell? Like, yeah, like that's why this is like, we made this club. What they, while they thought that she was just making a convenient excuse to just laze around. So that's what happened, and they did realize. Then they were like, oh, like, I didn't realize you were serious, president. And Tomei little by little realizes, and Tomei says that, so, like, I thought, like, this is the only, oh, they say that, so you can continue this in high school as well, so why not do that? And she says, like, this is the first time I've gotten people actually gathered, and you guys will probably be the only ones who would actually try to, like, help me out in something as ridiculous as this, finding some telepathists. I doubt we're going to find a group like this ever again. So that's why I'm like, I was quite serious about this. And like, but then yeah, and then by the end, when Tomei realizes that these guys, they were not even serious about it, and they didn't even think that I was serious about it, she just gets up and she's like, you know what, fine, like, just yeah, just go ahead, like, do whatever you want to. I'm disbanding this club because no one is serious about it, and no one even thought that I was serious about it. So she just leaves, and she's like, I'm definitely going to continue this as a hobby, but that will just be it. No more, like, finding telepathists. So now at this point, obviously, all, like, her club members are like, okay, so that happened, and they were like, you know what, let's just read the books she always recommended us. We never did that, so let's just try and do that. And next we see, I'm pretty sure that they read the books and they came to Mob, and we can see that Mob is kind of holding himself together after, like, Dimple disappeared. We don't go, like, more deeper into that whole situation, but Mob comes out. Ritsu is also there, and these guys, they're like, oh, like, Tomei has left and we are actually serious about it now. We never knew that she was this serious. So, like, Mob, you have Esper powers, so can't you do can't you do telepathy? And Mob says, like, no, I do have Esper powers, but I am not a telepathist, so unfortunately I cannot help out in that. But Ritsu knows someone, and yeah, these two brothers who can telepathy, like, use telepathy between each other. But the problem with them is they can use telepathy amongst each other. They cannot just go and call some UFOs down. So, like, they kind of talk about that, and they're like, yeah, we cannot help in that way, but what we can do is find an actual telepathist who is actually legitimately, like, true. What we can do is, like, kind of give out some noise, and a noise is basically like a thing which all telepathists can hear, and they'll probably detect it and maybe try to find us out and seek us for themselves. So that's one way we can try it. And the amount of the limit they can do it, like, is like 500 meters, which is kind of less, especially in a situation like this. So Ritsu was like, okay, so I'll help you out. And then later on, like, we get to see that not Ritsu's, if Ritsu's help them out, then it'll probably go become double or something. But Mob is going to help them out because Mob has even more power, so it can even, the zone can expand even more. And we also get to see how these, like, these club members, they also didn't know that Ritsu had powers, and they realized that. And not only that, we get to see that these kids, they're also training with Teru every day, so they can probably do it a lot better than they were able to before. So they start the emitting of noise, and as soon as they started, and Mob, like, helps them out, and, like, amplifying it, they were like, their head was kind of, like, like, probably very getting very much affected by it. So it was a little bit painful for them, but they hung in there, and the telepathy got, like, the noise got so amplified that even the normal people who don't have Esper powers, even they were feeling it. Like, they were like, oh, I'm getting a little goosebump or something. They were saying something like that. So in comes this guy, Takenaka, I think that's his name. Wait a minute. Yeah, Takenaka, that's his name. He just comes in like that, and I'm like, what the hell? Now, obviously, at this point, I kind of thought like maybe this guy really is a telepath, because otherwise, why would he suddenly come to this club room, you know? And we get to see how he was like a previous member who just left, and he's back now. We see that he is saying that, oh, you guys are still doing this whole like, you know, like psychic thing that you do, like, you know, that's kind of lame, you know, like what is people going to say? And it's kind of saying that, and while the other club members were like just leave us alone, dude, you know, you do your thing and let us do what we are doing. And we have actually understood what we are supposed to do now, and that's why we're trying our best to find out telepaths. So we tried again, and obviously it's pretty apparent at this point, we as audience could probably guess that this guy is a telepath. Otherwise, like, you know, as soon as they start amplifying it again, he's sweating and everything. It's actually bothering him. So he's like, stop, you guys, like, you know, like, stop this. And he's like why do you keep doing these, like, you know, like lame things? And, you know, like, that's why people don't take you seriously and all that he's saying. Now we can pretty much guess at this point that this guy, like, you know, obviously he's a telepath, but at the same time we can understand why he's acting like this is because maybe when he was a child he probably was, you know, like, maybe was bullied because of this, maybe was, I don't know, like, he was messed, other kids probably messed around with him, probably made fun of him or something like that. That's why he's like, is like this. He's like, oh, this is all lame, you know, we should not do this, try to grow up, to, like, you know, everyone. Even though he himself is a telepath, he's acting like this because he doesn't want to go back to that stage again where everyone will make fun of him or something. So we can understand that, but at this point it started to become unbearable, the whole telepathic noise. And he was like, oh my god, like, stop, like, all right, fine, I am a telepath. And yeah, so from this point onwards he tells like, you know, his story. He talks about how his power was an actual problem when he was a child, because he could not cut off the whole thing. He could always listen. It's like an open channel, it's all open, the gate is open. Every time anyone thinks of something comes into his head, he cannot just switch it on or switch it off, not like that, it's not that convenient. So he struggled with that. Like, I can guess, like, it would be so problematic because you won't even be able to understand if someone is talking in their head or they're actually speaking to you. For example, if you are like facing this direction, someone is behind you, if someone talks to you, you can probably guess that person is talking to you, and you don't even have to look at him, you can probably answer, you know. Like, if someone like calls you from behind or say something, you kind of answer and then probably look back. For him though, if he's looking in this direction and someone says something from his back, he can't even guess if that guy is talking or he's thinking in his head unless and until he goes and looks at him. So I'm pretty sure he probably fell into a lot of, like, you know, got into trouble a lot of times like that, where he mistook someone talking to him while he was just thinking aloud in his head. And a lot of things probably came out. He probably, and not only that, you know, the fact that people, human beings, a lot of people act one way in front of others while inside their head they're like a completely different person, you know. Probably someone says something nice to you, but in their head they're probably bad mouthing you. These type of situations are way more messed up. Like imagine hearing something, someone saying something bad about you while putting on a nice little smile, you know, in front of you, because he can listen inside your head. That's way more messed up. And you can understand what people feels about you, like, the inner, like, you know, like, ugly feelings, you can get them. As they say, most, like, you know, ignorance is bliss, especially in these type of situations. You don't want to listen to what people think about you from in their mind. So that's way more, like, you know, stressful, way more, what can I say, traumatizing, yeah, especially at that age. So I can't imagine how that feels like. Like, it must feel like crap, total crap. Imagine just listening to everyone's things inside there. It must be convenient. I'm pretty sure a lot of times it's extremely convenient. For example, in the exam you can cheat all you want. Just just look at someone who's really good at studies and just read what they're thinking in their head. Bam, you aced the test. a lot of things, like like that, like you'll probably be able to guess a lot of other things as well, which can help you out. But there's a lot of other disadvantageous things along with it as well. Like I said, like you'll be able to understand people what they're thinking most of the time, and like who knows, maybe you'll mess up and actually say something. And like this happened, he told what his dad was thinking to his mom, and that completely, like like was a very bad situation, and he decided to just stop doing that. And but he cannot cut it out, the whole thing just comes into his head. So he started kind of playing prank on others, like just putting out his thoughts into other people's heads, like he was able to transmit when he was a little bit older, and he used to kind of joke around. And here we can see all his friends now, in their head they're thinking, oh my god, telepathists are scary. And he heard that again, and he's like, yeah, you know, like you're true. I don't blame you for thinking that way. And we can see how in their head whatever they're thinking is coming out. So they also realize that, yeah, this guy's a real deal. And he says that, okay, like, you know what, just stop this whole nonsense of, like, throwing out the noise, it's bothering me, and leave me alone. I'll just go. But Mob comes out, and Mob is like, you wanted to have some kindred spirits, that's why you came to this telepathy club, didn't you, at the first place? And he was like, yeah, you're right, that's why I came. But I saw these guys were not serious at all, just lazing around eating potato chips every day. Just, it's a waste of my time, so I just left. And yeah, so even he thought that Tome was not serious about it, so he just left. Now Mob is like I think Mob says something like, you have to confront stuff like this. Yeah, he says like, I know your pain, I've also, there's also times that happened to me, like I felt so bad about my powers, I did not want to use it, but I can't get rid of that even if I try, so I have to confront it. And he says like, like just like it is inconvenient most of the time, but there's a lot of nice things that happens with these powers as well. So yeah, that's just how I feel. And by the end he was like, okay, like, oh, Mob says like, if you want to, you can read my mind and see if I'm correct or not, if I'm legit or not. And he's like, okay, fine. And he reads, and he was like, he probably realized that, yeah, he's true to his words. And Risu for a moment came out, and Risu was like, wait, did you listen to my brother's inner thoughts or something? And he's like, what, do you have some complex about not being on the same wavelength as your brother? Oh god. Yeah. Now that was that. Next we get to see that Reagan is having a very free time, nothing, like not much people are coming, and everyone has like plans or something. So Reagan asks what was his name? Forgot that guy's name again. Anazawa or Serizawa, something like that. Anyways, asks him like, oh, do you, like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm doing the homework. And then he also, well, he kind of, like, invites him, and he's like, okay, you know what, like, can we go for like a little drink? And he's like, no, I have previous arrangements. And Reagan was pretty, like, lonely, bummed out. He was like, all right. But then when Mob and everyone calls him and asks him to help them out with the whole UFO thing and, the carpool, and he's like, this kids, not again, like, now I'll have to babysit them on New Year's Eve, like, what the hell. But obviously in his deep down inside, he's happy that he has at least something to do. He won't just laze around in his home. Oh boy. Now, okay, after that we see the other, like, the friends tries to contact Tome to tell her that, oh, like, we're having this telepathy thing, like this expedition, like in this trip that we're going to do, come. But she doesn't even listen to them, and she's like, oh, do whatever the hell you want to, like, I have my cram school, so yeah, like, like, I won't listen to you. And later on she even switches off the phone. So I also thought like she's not going to come. Okay, but then later on we get to see Reagan is late. He wakes up over, like, like sleeping. His alarm clock is just, battery is dead, so he's late. Now Takeyama, no, wait, what was his name? Tanekawa? Wait a minute. Takanawa, I think that was his name. Yeah, anyways, he's not coming. He's also kind of like, late, and they're like, what the hell, where is he? And here Mob gets to know that Tome is not going to come, but when they go to the meeting place, Tome is just waiting there. And they're like, what the? They're like, why did you not answer your phone? And she's like, oh, I just switched it off. I don't know. I probably forgot about it. Nah, obviously not. She was just wanted to be, a little discreet about this whole thing up until the end. And now she's here and she's like, yeah, so I'm here. Like, which telepath have you found out? Like, where is this person? So, and he's late, like he's late and he's not even answering the call. But finally, some way or the other, he just comes in rushing. Takenaka, yeah. Takenaka comes in and he's like panting and he's like, oh my god, I'm finally here. Now Tome's like, what the hell is this? This is a joke. Like, this is Takenaka. Why is he here? Is he the telepath? And Takenaka's like, yeah, I am the telepath. And he's like, Tome was just going to leave something. She was like, yeah, you're playing a practical joke on me. Like, what is this? But they don't let her leave. They just grab her and just start running. And they're like, quick, to Reigen's place where we are supposed to meet. He's pretty like extremely pissed, I think, because we've been letting him wait for so long. Not to worry about, kids, because Reigen is also slept. But obviously he doesn't let it seem that way. He's sweating, but he's like, guys, it's fine, like no problem, like a little bit late is fine, because he himself was late. So in the car they were having the conversation. Takenaka is like, Tome is not having it. Tome is like, what the hell is this? Like, you are a telepath. Now you're telling me you've always been with us up until that time, and then you left, and now you're saying that you're a telepath. So obviously I can't blame her. She's feeling that they're playing a joke on her, like, or trying to trick her or something. Like, I feel like it's like, like that's basically how someone would feel about this situation, because this is basically what happened. Tome and everyone was in the club. Takenaka was also in that club, and he never told about the whole telepathy thing to them at all. He left, and now after Tome has disbanded the club, everyone suddenly brought him in, and they're like, oh, this guy's a telepath. He has always been a telepath. So Tome thinks that they're just trying to trick her into thinking this guy's a telepath, to just, like to cheer her up or something. She's thinking that's basically what's happening. There's no telepath here, they're just trying to trick me. So Tome is not having it unless and until, like, she gets any proof. She'll probably not believe, and Takenaka is like, it's fine, like, like it's okay, like, let her, like, she'll realize later on, little by little. And then we're on our way to Mount Mudboat, I think that's the name. And yeah, so that's where it ended. I'm guessing we're going to see more of if he is even able to call down UFOs or not, probably in the film. I don't know. This is like a show about espers and all these things, so I wouldn't be surprised if actually aliens come in. We'll see. But either way, that is it. That's my reaction to episode number 7. So 2 episodes I reacted to, episode 6 and episode number 7. Really good episodes. Episode 6 was really good, really emotional. I don't know what happens to Dimple now after this. Like, who knows? Like I said, Dimple, a lot of times happened that we thought Dimple is gone, but he comes back one way or the other. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen here. I will keep my hopes up, but that won't happen. Anyways, and that was that, and now we have this new little arc we're starting. So let's see what happens. So yeah, that is it. That's my reaction to these 2 episodes. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Mob Psycho 100 Season 3. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.